Nice hard surface all over
Now that's looking good. That's looking like a cleaned up house.
Yeah, before it looked awful.
This is the dent right here.
Yeah, and that's the organic stain. That's your post mold. It's not as clear as our others. No, what we're going to do is record these features as accurately as we can, and then to get down to our goal, which is to expose all of that house floor before we lose it.
Let's map it.
Let's map it. If we keep accurate records, we will still be able to reconstruct these on paper, okay? And so we'll map them, we'll photograph them, we'll describe them, and then we'll dig through them. What's important about notes is that they're the only record that we have of what's there, particularly this kind of an excavation where we're essentially destroying the house floors as we excavate through them to get to the ones below. And then the only record we have of those house floors are the written records through the maps, through student notes, and our photographs. And if those aren't sufficient to allow us to reconstruct what was there, then we have destroyed part of the archaeological record, period.
I am obsessive compulsive, so I love all this little busy work.
Yeah, it's cool having Danny as a partner because I'm definitely like not very, I don't have the quite the level of patience, and like I don't have the love of tedious work like Danny does, so it's good to have her as a partner to keep me on track.
Danny and I, we finally uncovered our post mold, and we're basically at the point where we get to remove the main house floor in our unit. So before we do that, because once we remove it, it's never going to come back again.
And we always seem to be mapping or filling out a form.
137 north.
Okay.
And 84 east.
You sure 137?
No, I definitely just lied. I was reading off post mold E, sorry.
Oh, cool.
Okay, the westernmost point is 171.
171 sounds better.
Yeah, 171 north, 55 east. Field work is really tough work. Like, you're bending over and on your knees the entire time, like moving all that dirt, sifting. It's physical work, which I wasn't expecting at all. But it's nice for a class, you know. I can give you a full walkthrough of our unit if you want. Just ask.
Resigned to my rocky fate. Get off there, Ant. Yeah.
We've been doing this for the majority of the days we've been out here. I'm kind of sick of the pit.
No way. I'm
kind of sick of the pit. You're loving the pit? Kyle's loving the pit.
Found a rock! A rock! It's another rock! It is the rock that goes in bag number 28 with all the other rocks. All the other rocks that we have found today. A lot of rocks. And it's only just after snack time. We've got a lot of rocks to go.
So far, the first half of the field school, Chelsea and I have been working on a site that isn't quite as thrilling as the others, so organic stains and all sorts of floors going on. You know, we had feature 12, we excavated it out, drew a map, and then realized that feature 12 might not actually be a floor. So now, you know, we've got dirt, and we're trying to figure out what we're gonna how we're gonna analyze what we've got, and you know, it's just kind of a struggle to keep thinking that there might actually be something there when I'm not totally convinced there is. But you know, that's part of it all, the ambiguities, and you know, you just kind of have to persevere, and if there's not anything there, then you know, that's important too, that you know, it has to end somewhere.
I think the students come away from this field school with a knowledge of, much better knowledge of what archaeology really is about. Doing a field school, I think, takes a lot of the mystery out of it, and it makes students face the reality that archaeology is a lot of work, and it's slow going, and it's not huge discovery after huge discovery. It's kind of painstaking and slow and methodical.
As the end of the field season approaches, Dr. Bender wants as many total station maps as she can get.
Run the total station for me up there. I think we want to map in all the arc of level of feature 2, house floor 2 here, and get these in while we still have the total station set up.
Now I'm at unit 121, surface of the southeast corner.
Is it loose soil? We haven't touched that.
Sounds good.
Oh, this hump right here.
We are taking total station readings on all various points in the excavation area. Basically, it's just going to give us a more accurate sort of sense of our dimensions, both horizontally and vertically. So we're basically recording the elevation changes of our site, so that when we're making a site map, we'll have good elevation data.
By 2 weeks from now, I want to have enough of feature 2 uncovered that we can get a sense of what one of these complete house floor would have looked like. We won't get the whole thing uncovered, but we'll have that. And then I desperately want a date on that house floor as well.
The following day, the archaeology team gets to take a trip to the Great Sand Dunes National Park. The sand dunes have long been considered a sacred site by as many as 7 different Native American tribes.
We went on a field trip to the Great Sand Dunes National Park, which is easily one of the most mind-blowing places I've ever been in my life. It's just really difficult to reconcile. You know, you've got these monstrosities of sand dunes on one side and then the Rocky Mountains on the other side, and this weird water surface in the middle. So it was pretty incredible, and the rangers there, the 2 rangers we encountered, were pretty hysterical.
Trees like these that were peeled by the native peoples are found all over the park.
Welcome to a living artifact. This is the ponderosa pine.
Trees were peeled by the native people for food, material, and medicinal purposes. What is striking is their sweet smell.
What does it smell like, Carl?
It smells like butterscotch.
What, do we have to scratch or just sniff? Actually, it smells like those cinnamon buns.
Oh, yum.
The rangers show the crew how to throw an atlatl, a native weapon for hunting game.
It'd be like giving a baseball pitcher a 2-foot extra long arm. That's really what happened. So when this thing goes forward, so you've extended your reach.
Why does everybody step back?
Hold the shaft.
Keep stepping back.
And kind of, it's a little like holding a pencil or something.
Okay.
Of course, as it goes forward, you release here, push.
Okay. And
Not only do we get to frolic in the stream, which is pretty rare, the stream and us frolicking, we climbed the dunes. It took us, what, like an hour and a half or so?
The sand dunes are pretty high, and it's not like walking, you know, on a hard surface. You sink in for every step you take, and it was very windy, a little painful, but you know, it was fun. Once you got up to the top, there was a 360-degree view of sand dunes, and then, you know, the valley and the mountains, and all these little specks of people climbing up.
But it took us maybe 20 minutes to get down because we just practically rolled down the sides of these steep dunes. It was so awesome. I mean, granted, it got sand everywhere, but, you know, got to make some sacrifices.
And you know, it's just a very cool experience, and getting behind the scenes in the national park is something, you know, I wouldn't have been able to do otherwise.
The sand dunes have shown the students a different aspect of the landscape and archaeology in South Park.
Anthropology, archaeology is just a fascinating topic because you look in the microscope and you're looking back at yourself. And you know, a lot of times when we've done surveys and looking at areas, where would people have been? Where would people have been? Well, you go to where you like to be and look around.
To find out when these floors were lived on, the team needs some viable carbon to date.
you guys are going to finish off defining that feature today.
Yes, we are.
Yes.
For real this time, because I know you
Yes.
said that maybe last week.
Oh, I think that we've got a really good definition of at least 3 house floors, maybe even 4 right now that we've been able to map out and take out one entire, or the lobe of one entire house floor. We're going down onto the second one, which is just above the house floor that we want to get to. We found some nice post molds, I think, and we've got this wonderful storage pit that is, again, another indicator that we're inside of dwelling floors. So we've got that question of whether or not these are natural or cultural features absolutely licked at this point. This is where I start saying, are we going to make it? Are we going to get are we going to get through it? And then I have to remember that students are moving more quickly because they are more familiar with both the site and the materials that they're excavating and the various techniques, and so it's a balance. I don't know. I think we are going to get more of feature 2.
So Ben, what are you seeing right now?
Well, there's actually 2 distinct things going on here. There's this looks like a pretty clear post hole right here. But up here you can see where the soil, it's darker. There's like this black look to the soil. And that's usually the first clue that you're going to find something like charcoal or burnt soil. There's definite charcoal flecking going on. Not significant amounts, but definite small flecks like this of charcoal. As you can see, that little tiny thing.
On the lower surface, right there. Take a look. Wow. I think we hit the jackpot.
With this culminating discovery, the group feels satisfied with what they have accomplished this summer in the field.
That is so amazing.
So we're just bagging it in this foil pouch, and then it will be sent away for carbon-14 dating, and hopefully we will get a date for feature 2 here, this nice looking house floor, which is very good.
This is very exciting. This looks good. We're getting one of the things that I wanted, which is a date on this lower floor.
Look at that.
Wow. Oh God, it's too beautiful. You got another post mold? Oh, wow, guys, that's fabulous.
Because of their hard work and meticulous efforts to record every feature of every layer of this site, students have been able to help address many of the long-standing questions about the native peoples in the history of the hilltop site. By the end of the season, the team's fieldwork has yielded critical information. They have established that the hard-packed soils were definitely the result of cultural rather than natural processes. The post-mold patterns and rock-lined pit demonstrate that these overlapping house floors were archaic domestic dwellings that were intensively reoccupied, perhaps over a period of thousands of years.
In the final days of excavation, I think we have accomplished quite a bit. We have uncovered a lot of the house floors. We have found a lot more of the post molds. We have become more confused, and that's all part of the game.
What we have is at least 3 layers of house floors, and we have a 3,000-year-old date on the upper of them, and we don't know what the lower level one, but the charcoal will be able to tell us, and that's going to answer the question that Ben raised in our discussion the other night, which is how much time separates these house floors. I mean, are these people coming back, annually and building house floors, and we have maybe there's just a very limited couple 1,000-year time frame, or is it is it some sort of a process that led people back here just in response to this landscape? This is a great place to camp, and in responding to the landscape, 2,000-3,000 years later came and put up a camp here over a much more ancient floor. We'll know that as soon as we get our carbon-14 dates back, which will take a couple of months.
In a way, the ancient floors have become the South Park home for Skidmore students. This archaeological dig has encouraged the students to connect not only with the history, but the local community and with each other. It is a profound and invaluable experience to uncover the lives of the people that have come before us.